Honorable Kwasi Konadu Katechi, or her member of parliament, Brashabu Genu Mount for Yamo Manhyia North. Wajineja. Ya, ibidi nko. Eleji, akwaba.
Kalechi mejo so.
Na hoye de.
Eradi adom Katechi me hoye pa. Me ditum so hoye.
Me hoye.
Ye de radi ase.
Ba hadiem se na de ka besra me.
No kro Kalechi.
Edman dos.
Edman dos. Edman dos but ebia na lebre. Ne nyame adom na lebre na ba.
Nse de primaries so na aba.
Primaries na be do.
Je ma ba down. Ya mo ha kopim se nyame be ya adom. Na me da mo de bibia akugu.
Nyame to me.
Great to me. Na ene say parliament saying said that said this week ya na mo be kwa na next week.
Nyame adma ye be call on the 3rd. That is the first Tuesday of February.
Yeah, to we ya na say.
Yeah, na say. Ye call parliament. Ready adom mamenchia Kalechi me senior. Na menchia Santimany na because we say na Santimany agye all tea no her Kessben.
That's right.
Mechia sana na Manhyia North so. Manhyia North mpesua so eja ena momo nsa so. Ene erade adom na ena meti ha so on mrahye bedwani. Nti ehu hia se yebetina afidikase so se ya cheom ne mo nache. Na eto so biem so no. Manhyia large Dr. Bawumia ne na pamfo a. Onama Santimany mu ebo ntoa no ba pro. Se yankopon emo a won no hwe won so. Okoni abadie mu nyina. Ene MPP mpanyimfo nyina so no zo pia Santimany mu a obo ntoa. Minim se Kessben enu apanyini Dr. Brian Champon so Santimany mu na mo obo ntoa. Na nyame hwe mu nyina so because sabi o nyina ye japade a party no ene o man no ye wo. Nti ehun be hia se ebesere rade adom e de amomo e bright say mu because akoni abadi na nafo
David
enra na me kan large Dr. Bawumia ho ye kwa edujama efi edujama ne ba kunsu efi kunsu ene ba ashtown just efi hafano south east eba hafano southwest ne ba Manhyia south na wo hwe ekwan no ne nante ne kasa no mu ne ade na ho se nye easy ni pe hia hodin fe rade ho pa mze rade de adom no
right team Bawumia so far mo ba Ashanti region it is saying reception to the amount for dimachi need so
edikan na ma me na party manase na me na obi bia no a owosa ahofama odidi agro na ye di nachi na me na Asantemany nyina so ase Asantemany nyina because so baby hodo a medi akira kobie ene baby a yemi aso me mpasua so a me namo a metie na me ye adwuma ne nkomodi a ye dia na nyame aye wi sa na meka no ehia se wose yeso ye tokoso na ne nti ayaya aboa amenya nkopon adom odi nkunimdi ebebre Alhaji Dr. Bawumia ne MPP amanyuko ni nyina no etimi ba musa. The reception has been so super. And it's broni kanu organic. Ya hofama ntiase wuma nipa ne de odo. Ede ntiase ene didi alaji echi. Eno na ema menya sa ho kanu, me kanu wo memu. Cause eno ase me dru adujama. Me dru ontem kakra. Me dru okra no almost with the advanced team. Ohwe na ti kru za kwasiara so ye won dwadie. Nti minam krom na ye didi nkomo na wutie de nkrofo kamoni ade. I mean, and apparently no, I was not even clouded in party ata. Misha khaki trousers na misha white shirt. And na misha che shemi na misha pawa na menem. So no. Ko toko ko cry atoto mo ni ade aduane amepe ba ko no na wutie de nipa eka. Na hu se afi ba ko eto abako no nipa dodo eno. Yes, at February Queen Padudu no. Now heard the response that people are also giving to Alhaji Dr. Bawumia. I'm telling you, once we are done with the January 31st, I am in there about 20 years. Adi akaye, see the Korean in Kabumunenti as everything shows very clearly. Same kunim de be Alhaji Dr. Bawumia come December 7th, 2028.
Yes, I say every month penny for no. Said Ashanti region any other regions do no who say Dr. Bawumia is the man to do the job. Abumudinechi. Why?
Obisamasem. Na maminyiwano. In just about a year and say 2 months ago, that was on December 7th, 2024. Party ni nyinaa de nkabo mu baako. Na ne nam ne bontoa. Esre Ghana man say ontoa ba man MPP amanyuku Alhaji Dr. Mahmood Bawumia idi anymore. On ye nimfo ni traka taso say yentoa ba no. We told ne catch the Ghana man the good attributes of Alhaji Dr. Mahmood Bawumia in the NPP. Ni done swedi, ye done it trimu poedi, ye done adwene pa, ye done it trimuedi, ye done akuma pa, tinimuedi, ye done a juma soni, a juma pa, ye done no so peso be a bo my Ghana. Ni a bo be who de already at Ghana man. I believed in a me jitu mo de na meka ho. Me jidie wasma na meka che minuano. We recognize ebia sa abri ni mu no eniema na ye ahokyere ne akwansidie. We acknowledge those ones as a country and as a buy and money ade. But we went out the year kwa bontene so koka ne ho nsɛmpa ka party na adwuma pa ye beye. Na me buza mo ze edie na asesa wo. Edie na asesa wo. Me hu bibia asesa wo. Me hu ade bia no a eye so different. Eba ne sa de na me nyidie na me ka ni ana. Na me nyintum se oyobi oye kokodufo no nim nyansa na komamutie no wa adwen pa de besom oman no aye bia ma ye hunana se bibia no asesa ma me wo fa no mu ani me nuanom mpanyifo na ye kan Alhaji Dr. Mahmood Bawumia ho wonyina na mo bonto ani bia na me boa wonyina kan sempa de fa no wonyina kire papa ni trimupo akoma pani ni nyansa wo e betimi abo oman ne se do oman ne hye ne nsa. What has changed? This will be mommy adie bi a nwanwa asesa. En sabi karachi sabi abato ekwa ha edi nkuguo no obi biara ni ho a obetimi aka kye me Kwasi Konadu anas watimi aka kye me se nipa wodi kan ma ye koye ninti na edi nkuguo say ya Alhaji Dr. Mahmood Bawumia ninti na edi nkuguo. If somebody could have told me that, and that's what bit me at me be say you know there. And one no nan ke bia me nya adwen sacha.
Opponents ni bi ka say ono na mamu figures na cry bar from sa.
Na nipa no kan no o kan wonyina so ben so. Se nipa ni timi am nyina so se ono nti na ma figures ne bar from there. Ba me dia na make ni kadechi. Eyo no so kura nti na ma yetimi nya ade nya he no sasa na wo kan. Unim sani ehwemu yesi enipa be opepi mienu bi antoaba ana meboa wantoaba it is enku pie kotoaba nke a different matter but when pie antoaba no me ametu ka asem bi kire me ebi ebre nimu ahokyere bi ana wo nso entiase bi a wanya kasa bi a ye ka kra bi e fa ye candidate ye de ne call ye ne ho nti no e ma o ye ne wana dwene se sabi ndisi amanyuku ne John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency, Udi anymore. Gidie bia ni bibi pa bia ni susu pa bia ni wo mu. Enti wo se me kupia bontene kwoto abade ma wo mu. Na me dia me gidie ene MPP amanyuko ni Alhaji. But then nsem a bia mo amaka, enema bia asinti no. Ebia na bamu obusa abre ni mu. Nti emu mpie nkoka enkoto aba. Se nipa dodo ni pie kwoto aba no odi ti ano dia. Kebe me hu se o da bi na ne bia and you say nipa dodo ne mpeno. But for the fact one reason no say nipa no kura MP an koto ban fentia no gidi a wo ni muntia so they say ebi obi wo ha say bi dwumadie no ni kubatan no ne bia na won re ye den efri mu but nipa no odi ani mu ni timpentimi nkwa bontene nkoto abantia no. That is even an encouragement for me to keep supporting him as a person. Keep supporting his ideas and policies. Keep supporting the sacrifices that he's made for this party and this country. So they say, and it is a be opponent be a bring more year pre internally in work as idea. Then it shows to me so internal elections in here. But the person is not so much convinced. Onya saying na so no gidigidi say no ntini bi oyede. Or they pre benedia, not just say ni parliament na say. Because if you go out there, sell a candidate the way we sold Alhaji Dr. Mahmood Bawumia, told Ghanaians that this is the man at this moment to carry on the mantle of his Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo dia. Then the day be no asesa. Because any so can say bibi asesa. Senior. Yen nyina adwo akrom ne yen na free ba wo. Enti me sa to dwo ni mai ba kwa ba enra. Ami aba be ka ho asema kire Ghana man nyina. Se Ghana man ntum. Ebi asa brand imprempren no enya ntia se wanye antum. Ozime mfa sa adwo ane nton chane anton twene because ya anya antum sabe. Na me nsa mfa me nsa nwura adwo akro na abotokro ne anyi fofrom ra. Na ne me ba na me nsa won za anya efi. Ede na chese Ghana for bejimedi. Ede na be chese impo afida pani o. And what you are saying today, just after the OD by idea, let us be consistent with the things that we do. Yanya pe woni ma ye ye ho no kwalidi mu. Otherwise, yenya ye mujidi. We must be straightforward and apt. Yanya pe ne entene woni ma ye ka ho. Enya se bi ene ebi amekosi aka ni binti no. The good attributes of somebody ne mato atwene. No, I don't have to do that. Me yana say am wa. Oye ne sana na even o catch Ghana for kra say omugidi ewo ye mu no so anten kofom because you dey ba no and dey menya mugidi you dey ba enra na nye what is the good value judgment that you are bringing to me now and then na chess when you susudie pa intinade for problem no it tells you say it is a matter of convenience and time na nnachi na me ni akuma ba akudi nkomo doctor say Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ankoya a victim of time and circumstances. Okay, me down wudwini den na wuza sade. Ose brenu ani ewo mu no. Anka eme nipa bi tri mu popa ani adwempa wo ma no ho yae den akofom. Na wuza sade ose omi. MPP amanyoku nyankopon hira o my Ghana. Na mosu hira o my Ghana. Me do time bia ya na ehu no. Na wuza sade ose o ka ma mpanyine kofo apen so na me say yes. Ade. Ose be kai 2007. Yewie bibia no money adio mampanyine kofo buman fie nson wana global economic financial crisis ni na eden ebae ewiase how kese wo sikasem nyina no efie bebrechi na bi maada sabre ni mu na ebae sabre ni na ne etofa nwo ankre baako ewo wiase ama no ne $147 per barrel insida $147 per barrel eyo mampanyine kofo apenso. Na freedom we do about 2008. And yet to aba yentimi anim kunima anye den anto aso. Ebre bia wiase ahokyere bebe ano ebeto MPP amanyuku. Mampanyine na Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo ne Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Hwame mu ofri 2017. Ye buma ma Ghana mind dutum wiase amanan amansan nyina dutum. Ekọ na wie ye ho no. Ena COVID ne ho gebe mu. Ba nse wiase no ho. So ofri amane hunu kase mu na ho towa e ma refi. Because I dear Yankupon Bokai and Homa Yanti as you the Koy anymore. But no chess say, I will say, Irawa Yakumani Adjunimu. Ne Ekai Yan when you may see it. Yampany, it will maybe we are no bio, we are Sibia Boninas will be woo. And any papa couldn't woo. We are Sabreno. Never we are seeing the pen out, said them crowns was a woo. But we've tend to have forgotten. Minas was a Ghana for a refuge. But I send you soup at sea or bribie, Muna bye bye. I believe sincerely. Fatu to NDC ho ede na aba na ye wiase nyina ma ne hunu kase amwa baba betom bi pen o meto bibia asem pen ye wa ba mu na ankre fa wo ankre ba ko wiase ma no ne na at the time na ye be $89 per barrel $89 and na ye kase say about $63 to $60 per barrel o se ne se esweti afa enti bre bia no wan wen niema ni ye a ebeto sample film no a wo de kwa kwose wo nua na wo se opanyina wo di wo kan ya wa emma obi anya wo party no mugidi. But I believe strongly that our best shot your best shot at winning 2028 elections na yetimi abo ma Ghana aka wiase aman nyina ho won kan kra ye komu no Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. If not for him, yes, all the four other aspirants means me you be in free mun kase ni panin good. Any of them is far better than anybody that the NDC will present. But the point is that even amongst the good, there is always the one best amongst the equal. So there is always the best amongst the equal.
Primus inter pares.
Primus inter pares. And Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is the primus inter pares of all the 5 aspirants that we have today on the ticket of the NPP. Yes.
They say baby a modro no. I can't knock a crabby. Mokwa sembe no catch the delegation for now.
That's more catch delegates in say. And no can send back. Me heading, I'm say, or say. And I'm in a frank and you cram me and then you only crown. I won't PPD. Send me all the current flag bearer of our party. You ever trouble for or those your co-elections in the way. You been an hour say. I can't see if only be ye papa no be account no. I can't say me be money and there. I see me cram in this over Jeffrey Miss was so pay be ka family one am boy. But this is what I see in the man. Me, this is what I see. And some I can I define who be Brian and and then I ask myself, say, is it the same person that became our poster boy? That is what we put in quotation mark in the year 2016. 2016 it came we. Ah, ye kwaji to me kesi. Ni akọ 2008 oh. Anye ni akọ 2012 anye in 2016. Ye party men nyina di Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia echi. Anye nam across this country and I know ye lectures. Lectures no onye ma ne ho as a person. No ye am a party no. Will your anchor hold an economy build on straw near Valley View University, Pentecost University, all the universities in this country. He is the same person. He's not changed. But I see him as the Joseph of our time. Me want to say Joseph of our time. If you read the Bible, na mama mfa nyen susudie ma ho. Na ya yetie ne ntiase. Ehunu. That almost a near my ya for papa no money ade na do time I sit and I realize say ade na ya na yehunu wo yen ho a enti ntimi me yemfa akoma pa ne ntiase entra. No about on double kind. Or say near my AC or my anymore. We are only wasting our time with this primaries. Benjamin had Maka 5 days. Because look, even now we're discussing an pain. Look at the extent of degradation in terms of even a nipa for more the massa ban before my. And then there is breakdown of law and order in this country. But we are using our time a day in money identity. We are not concentrating. And let me equate him to Joseph as I said. Now bet yes anyone would see if you bet yes, eh? So Joseph, I know can enuanomo edumi enua ye wo won ho. O hetwiremu a oso no obi anu ohun ade pa na erade nsa won so. Na wo so cross so da ye hunu se ni atwa esre akekere gina ho. Makoma ko dumi enu na emu edu ba ko no na ebu ntwere wo ba ko nanim. No hu se yo no a o ka no onuanomo mpanyifo se o akro be yakra bone pa. Be yakaka bensem. Onko na hu ade e be kire wa mo wo no. One the room, so mukwa kohe onwan so. Ochi no eye so nko babu ne kra yeden ekuno na beka che on papa say sisira yeden achi nawe. They ended up, do you know what they ended up doing? They ended up somebody ne to aburam. No yi ne ho ntade. Ena odu odwan mo gya yi mu. Ena ode kwa akoka kire won agya se wa yede wowu. Na ba ko ye na se me nkuna ne sa de ye nton mo onya akwa. And then Kikawa ye de kika Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ene nsem kan a ye ka fa no no e mojan Kikawa ne ye de nbekire ezi wawu so nim za twere mu asem ni bi no no ye de Kikawa kika no se ne be ya ankansoma ne adepa woni mu no be den e be ye se de awu ni abeka kire da bi ba woton Joseph no ofri so oton no mo akonkwa suma man kwakwa akwese ba wogi tumu na koma mu se obekoso asom na Awurade se ne esitie no de gidie ni akoma pa ye den anante. It's your cotton Potiphar fee, and more quay a quaw. Potiphar hearing na da and a tata munano, Joseph Dean Huni. Oh, Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Nakuma Pao or Jua Wojo, the Yami or Sumono, not know what to so no woman in Yanu Pentino. Even at the extent of extreme provocation, what an Annekazada. He's focused on his word. Sanya Joseph at Tata now Potiphar Irano. One say no who na Awurade mu no nya ne mu gidie so obetena konkon ye mu no na de won ani so Nyankopon de due ni mu e ma wo se esre du ba ko no abuntwere wo ba ko na ni beba mu ni nti wan say no Alhaji anu ntia obi da na koma mpagya da o wa koma o de contain eniyema mpo a emu oduro yeso oni akokoduro so obagye atomu ntem o wa akokoduro wo ne man wo do e de mane dan ne man enu nti no hu se ne esi akwa wie bia no sei na tronika injade nti na enyi ntumi ne kwanu akokoduro obi a anka because of his sake to be on
election 2024
for the sake of him to be on that seat no ka on mind say nka o mind bi e fa kra betimi ahye kene ka afida ye wo mu ya ye nyina ye te o man mu no matter the hardships money ade no ye koba akomni abadie ne bia nkobi ne masi na pampam o de koba bi o tumi hu nti but enya den ya aka say mfie mienu ne abosom say edu baako mfie mienu ne abosom du baako
this year
aka mfie mienu ne abosom du baako
say no mfie miensa bi
enu mfie miensa sorry asem on akokodu on gidi on wotwen ogitum say mre bia ne de besie bia no me wonte ase say Nyankopɔn hyehyɛ pɛ wo manim ne bebem Joseph yes anya man nyina wie ne to ne to afiase because no gina ne gidie mu no ye pese ya laji ne gidie a wagina mu akoma pa wo ne dwo a wodwo na akoma mu tie wo ne nyame som pa wo ne mu ntino yesi ye nto ne ntwene ye nyini mfiri ho me am wonya kandifo biem basabi etre so da wo to ne twere se den kura no da afiase a de nyame aka afa no be den ebebem Joseph kode afiase o nya afiase na no da ba na afiase o da nyina ne nyame som pa ne wo ni mu ntino Nyankopɔn da ne ma di kire no nipa me ne so da wo se wo nanso ye bechi wakwa akukun ana meboa wo se wo enam yense edi anim no ba bia na wo gina ne besa pagye wa ma abrukwa kokura ohene ne kruwa obi okura ohene kruwa no na chese ohene ne gini di ana meboa nipa ne mienu nyina da ye o kira ase ebe mu awonti ase ne bi na me ka kire we o o se na Nyankopɔn sidi ne ye adwuma ebi na Nyankopɔn de Alhaji Dr. Mahmood Bawumia ye adwuma kane yenche mu ya na NHIS office wo ana meboa so card wu a now ba ha homachi na nka oba adwuma bo se no nan na nipa gina ha no ma san live ba be renew mu card meboa kan se meboa so obi yare kra da hospital no so renew no card a wo se de se nipa kro ne nante ne de ne ba ansa na yetimi renew eno hu ne se biem etire so da ye no ese ne waja economy asem wo kan digitalization wonso adwene he kan ene AI ne de ye endwubade wo wiase odwene she kan hu se digitalization is the fourth and the fifth revolution industrial revolution of the world. It is linked to the economy. Intini mi enu nyina wo se nanti bom. Ni susu di ode by na obo star 92 hasha. Utimi renew. Onum economy ewum. Nanti anka be nanti afifie aba be sunline no 9. Ansa no no obeba adwuma no nwotwe beba no. Sa don hwe 9 no anka iska. Ukoton niam anka anya so mfa so. Ana meboa. Ka obefa bakwani abedi abeba the risk involved in it. Sabi de no yare anka be so ane de namba no. The risk involved in it. Ni nyina untimi quantify ebre yen quantify ne sentia. Ni nyina your economy, it puts something back into your pocket. Obetima mo ye de opeso ye de oye. Omem ha ne ati o. Ene ye ka kire yen. A ne ye kan so hunu say ye nokre. Ye nuan mo this not over $1 billion. Ene ba be mobile money interoperability. So say na Alhaji de ye or the 4.2 million.
And Ghana say Japan kind of.
And Ghana o say here we blame Bawumia. Blame Bawumia. Sabi obi on ultimate free $1.2 billion and about 4.2 million Ghana cedis. Emia de mobile money interoperability no. O catch them say enonya economy. Economy niema miensa no mu. The 3 is efficiency count, effectiveness count. So they say that is how productivity works. He is an embodiment of all of these things. Na de obu anu na oche ne dai asema anu ne koye no. Ohene no so dai. O safari so dai. Satana Joseph yakwa o.
No da so de fiase.
No da so de fiase.
Ho na omo ye yi omno kai se.
Brantie bi no a ye ton no bo be yakwa na na betu afiase ne kire me dai ase. Na ohene ebemu. Intika mesemi bu ani mu ntwere ma ye mfa ne mra. Yakofa ne bai. No ohene dai na ye de ade. O se. Ohun se emu a ya nantwie nso akakraka pa. Na kire no se hubiam na nantwie nso a wafon mene akese no. Medunsifo nyina me no matwa my great advisors nyina me no matwa ahia nyina no. Obi antimi nkire mase. Na wo ne asu betimi akire ase. Pagya na was me ready betimi I was ready was me ready betimi. Onim za da ye no okire ase o. Na mama ifa link ene o man yetimu. Ne hunu za Alhaji Dr. Mahmood Bawumia na adwen ne dwen kɔ nanim. Enfie bebre. No wonti ase ena yeti he. Ade a ene eboa NDC a eso on asene a wode manage economy no gold board. Yento good ne yenton ne first can show mine mu. Eno kra wo ye no wasa ya aboka. Alhaji Dr. Mahmood Bawumia ne MPP amanyuku etrimupo de buy gold for oil and gold for reserves. Yanton bi amoka wo. Efie ba ko ne yanton bi amoka
2021 ba yanam to ye bi autobaka.
Gusa governor no na on financial statement kura ewo mu. He signed the financial statement in May of last year I have a copy of the financial statement because I'm a member of the Public Accounts Committee. On baby a gold for reserves. Yeah, boka. On him, so what your man your same see when you saw and wow, and don't know better than you catch say. Gold bought 241 million now when they are dollars on my bocan. Says you track a comesika momo, gold was on from Quayma. Yes, and Chelsea can be in Kanwa or the betria a cow on Bebo. That's a you know your dream. It means that you set up yourself to fail. I like Dr. Mamu Bawumia team for the bind and Omadan gold bordeaux. So, Nisa, and Omoya almost say Bocano. When we came in, we had only 9 tons of gold in just under a year and a half. Nearly 22 tons of gold in the account. Almost triple of what we came to meet. Almost 3 times of what they able to, you know. Near side the account. Now, if any power is a and now do not drink one anymore. Can they come in at baby at tea? Who can you so be in Tiasi because I never pain soon hear dim reno. By Kahunu Nipa Sebi or your penia or Jenny who say, Me woma. Mammy do time fancy when I mean, who am a queer being in the man benya see atna ajin you know, Sebi in him the 4 years for. He believes in any person can be benefit here. People would have to benefit under that. Not trade the enemy, just if trade the enemy, only be see. Or in any case. Say what me actually more, I know ye say, was any the woman ye. A chess Diane Beba pine to see a year only a door, in Fienso, a comcassi be see we are singing. Now see it me yet dear radition, Miss Emin Canchons, ya. A beboama has a misery massasi so, and will be a babatonediane. An ameboa, an ameboa, is the ampa. A dream the Ohen kind, fair kind.
Sent to me, you be a. Wouldn't do bit my edume.
What's one I bet me aye? What's one now bet me aye? Mimpany for you and me and Trassi and Fajuniama. I didn't know when the news I want to bring one who answer. Ya want to bring a large dear dream bar. I am let me bore mine into the sea a quine. Saying I a desia no. Saying I yen no. Yadiba man is a one cassa. Ne dear ni Musa Candy for Famayen, Sir Frank Tunini, the next president of this country. No any fire would demand and must one kind. Also, you will not report to anybody. On far will be more. Obama what die me no ne better na see adwene.
This akunyanso kwa na mechen.
This akunyanso kwa na mechen wo. Delegates. Ye na ekoto aba. Ye na nei no. Ye si se nipa no obetimi adwene Ghana ho no wa akoma pa no wa adwen pa. No wa se ni so ade hu no. Yan kwa ni betimi a chen because yan ye de kokromuti beto abade ama na na se ye de be den ye de betu no. Yam wonu ma medie nimu na trimu ponu a waso ho daye no. Etimi abo man Ghana wo mfie bebree obeso man Ghana mu no. Ontimi fa nto aso nko. Because one when ni amo no emu ani animu a. Dan se na mehwe. Ye nuanom skit bi omo ye mofra miensa. Ba akuti ani mu po ni nimu ade. Na ba akuti na chi na miensa esa ato aso. Enu obusa ne se fidie no a ye de ko internet so a eboa ma adwumadie content am ye friend say because a womb which machine helps us to do activities very quickly with efficient resource money ade was a computer no ka kira brante no connect no akwaba ko was a computer e kodu je na adna koda ne computer because the wonim na anyina no anya mfanti ase anye ene won no obetimi aye adwuma na anyi wo mo no mo anya adwuma so that they can be accountable to him. Emoni adia obetimi aka to a kyerese na esibesi aye no baabua enkusisa. That is why I equate him to the modern day Joseph of our time. It is your duty as any ebetimi see obi hene and as ebetimi ayi obi second before as delegate no to give him that mandate. He is one of us. He is a bona fide member of our party. Ni nyame som kra ho tema me dodo odo nipa wase baabi a wunyame wo no me no ye adwe me no besom nyame no onye nipa nyiyimu edu tembi ese woni obi a sabi oye muslimi ni
man for say odu baabi a som kra bi a ni sekremoni ya na oruru
som ben na ni kwa sekremoni ye enti sabi me ye Kristo ni no ye kremoni ni to beto se me som a onyi mayipamu nkyere me se me som nya na sabi yemfa enkremusum ani Kristo som maaye no ne nananum gu nsafe otwedi ampo Nyankopon na Nyankopon gye won so na odombo meyi eti nei no ye de Kristo som aba e de muslimi som aba enu nti so beto se nananum gu nsa eni kwan se ogina om ye gu nsa na I was so despise wo Broni beka because say I know your dear friend is a traditional religion no atete sumunti ana. That is a man who appreciates and understands people. Obi o want tiase wo hunu or what doni buo ne temama ni nia. Say wo sum ye mesum. Paul anka. I say me koye no. Me ye so na nani se bia me ni ananafo betina no obenya me tiase. Menya wo mo. Nipa no want tiase. The book, even the book, the Quran says it. Was it where in doubt and seek more knowledge and understanding, go to the people of the book.
That was before you.
That was before you.
Mom kind man answer na
mo kind woman answer na mo ba no. Amo ne wan mo.
No kind Bible.
Amo kind Bible no. Because Islam is seen as the last religion that have come in progression in generation. So those that read the book are Christians. It is a summary cracker was where you seek more knowledge and understanding. Go to the people of the book before you. They were the Jews and the Christians. And if he comes to the Christians to seek more knowledge and commune with us, ne bonnie woman is saying, I know that says onye kremuni papa na, and the mammy who ne dra, and then the timan na wofama, and then the yam sumpan and a butre winnie moo. Say pardon toneso. O wa dwen pasa no wa kukudusa no wa mfama no wa nimdie ne ntiase Nyankopon de adom no no mfam pagya ne ho. He's somebody that I've seen say to me is a son. When you pick my phone, now you see the conversation I have with him on daily basis and the responses that he will give to you. And I'm yemashemi.
Oh, what daje?
So, what's that daje no? To respond directly. And if you see the response that you see that he's communicating with you, when you respond, he responds and you respond back. If you want to further explanation to it, we also better. Great. Thank you. Thanks for sharing this idea. And you see those ideas manifesting in what he does. And I'm surprised at it. It's like I mean, no, Tibian, Kamim Kram Susem, Ebian Kamim Futu, Maybe 24. Mesre. We have a unique opportunity as a party to put somebody one who can bring our party to the threshold. Tibia, any pempensua, a beboy and kabumuni and kunim dear, any and tears yabako. Inia. Debia make me say, Ukra shawunsa, a sawunsa, will be party card, a dow de shining some only me and Unayepe. There's no difference between the two of you. You are all party members of the party. See, and we keep driving away people. Because some magic 2 years ago, watching 17 years ago, 20 years ago. Net true bra. Yen nasa fatasi jansen yen near Kayasam house all by enche. Why did you buy ache? Why did you party? Why did you on your party? Then you could do general elections. The whole crowd party card the crowd. Do you expect that person say Uncle to Kessben informal? Because even in your own party, Bukatu will be say watch so he doesn't qualify. Therefore, say the area general elections. You don't tell me that you don't have my party card, so you don't even qualify to benefit in anything. We will use that to drive away people, and that is not the right way to go. Because I be you about opposition. You can't tell me that make party card 4 years ago. It would come now their own chair. It's them. Sabi because the deputy minister for 6 months. You can't tell me that ba ben one check. It would come. Yen nara ni yako. Do these 7 years. Do these 8 years. We all came home. So we must start seeing ourselves as one body, with no segregation as to one eba antem, one eba enra. Because we need more of every single individual with intellectual capabilities. Any of our man will be that is all that we need.
Be no more campaign say baby a drone ka infama santini baby ofre no wentimi afawo so ama ne ade who no saying
me edika infana large Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia fi northeast here we ni anaya
we ni
wale city we ni anaya we ni it vote be no farmer
no moses no kasi ni nyina
isrim ni kasi nyina me maka asim na de bia meka me se me se me tu aba ne me ani nkuni ma me ma me kwa wanto ama me
okay
me ma me kwa wanto ama me enti abato ahodo ayakono mpanyimfo ahodo ayede won gina ye no emi went me ani nkuni no baabi o mu firi o ma anto aba ama o ma na baabi o mu firi o ma anto aba ama o
amoto ba no
eti ehene one fa vote en free hina ama vote ne en free hina ama na hwan ne asantini hwan ne asantini de o ka me se ne asantini ohempon utumfo se tutu bondi mama muso ɔse asante yɛ ɔman manyina bɛto sɛ asante yɛ ɔman asante akora bata etre etwa asuo wɔn a wɔasuo gya nyinaa no a ɔyɛ asantefo nyinaa som sikadwa so tumfo kasa ya utie ɔse me nuanom ɛne me wɔfa ase ebi wɔ gonja ebi wɔ dagomba me nuanom nesa na ɔhene kasa etwa akɔ benin mu nyinaa ɔhene tena se ahun nipa eba bɛsom no sɛ bi nyɛ ɔna ɔka mese nko a nyɛ ɔna ɔka mese nko a na yɛ asante asante yɛ ɔman baabi asante ekoduru bia nipa bi obi ayɛ asante obi ɔwɔ ahofama gidie ɔwɔ pepa ɔwɔ ɔdɔ ɛde som asante dwa bia ne sika dwa bia no ɔyɛ asante ni enti sɛ yɛstarte ne yɛkɔyɛ mfama asante ni mu ne ade a me nuama mu sɛ wo enti yɛwie na de ma de wu susu so ɔyɛ asante ni no nko a because ɔka mese no a ɛkyina no kwa kogina de ɔka wo ba ka anim
so ɔmɛto ma asante ni
ɔkwa kogina de hausa ni anim ɔkwa kogina da gomba ni anim sabi we are looking for somebody who has the compassion, the capabilities, the intelligence, the wisdom, the capacity to contain and to lead a country. The country asante can be. Na me kam se nya broni kokko ne ba ya. Ke bi asante for Africa nyina no mu. Broni kokko ne ba ye. Etika mama woduro ni nyina ye de ba beka ho no. Ane kasa woduro e baba asante kasa mu nyina ne asante ma mu nyina ne ntino. Anke be yi bia firi mu se bi nya bia na. Obi biara. A osu sikede. Na nya otumfo se tutu na ka se na bakan ne Alhaji Dr. Bawumia. Ena tia no hene kae. Ohene yɛ ɔbadaeɛ ɔgye obi biara obi a wasom ohene bia wa ani die no obuo de ma ne biara ɛsɛfata so ɔpradia yɛde gidie ne akokodo ta n'akyi nti sɛ mete sɛ obi ka saa asɛm no a ɛma mo mea nka ne na n'akyi na nkɔfa asɛm mmerɛ because every single person baabi asante didi koduro no sabi ɛnyɛ baabi a wonim ne nko a nipa obetumi akyerɛ asante ase mo akyerɛ me ate ase yi ɛyɛ opim so na ase tu ate sikadwa so wakyerɛ me hu sɛ asante yɛ ɔman nti magia tum sɛ asante yɛ ɔman a baabi bi edidi koduru bia nipa ofiri obi a ɛka asante ho nti mɛsɛ the most important thing for us ɛyɛ duodie ni die no obuo ni ahobrase ɛbɛso ɔman Ghana ma bia ka sikadwa that is the most important thing bebre no ka me say but the buo ni ani die kura bi mpa nkɔde bɛ ma sikadwa ne de ɔte so no pem so no ebia na enu de ɔnka me say so they say it yam fa ni die ema nipa bia no sani osi se fata ni afa pressure din kunim die ne nkan kro kase beba Ghana man ne bia ka santeman Ghana tumpon santeman tumpon asante tumpon Ghana tumpon Africa tumpon na say tutu asita mama nyina ono kwa na timi tu kwa ne de parasol that was the first time I met say friend parasol edit ne yesi ne so ono kwa na timi tu Ghana franca etu asanteman franca de nante Oko Queen, ye dia Santima Franca and Nanti. Oko Barbados, ye dia Santima Franca and Nanti. One no was a Janny Nani to say on hini. Everyone Santi, Tino could do Barbados, Antigua, Ammonia dia. Like I say, or can't Waramada Guan, Intino Onya Santini. When you are Santifo, into a honey de mestre. We are in times, as Santia did quite chile as son, as in the Yehuno. Obi a ɔde ne wɔhyɛ asante som bi ade ani die no obuo ma bi ayɛ asante ntimɛsɛ sɛ hɔ ne die ɛyɛ yɛntiatia so kakra
you had the dynamics of 2028 election the more kind of say Dr. Bawumia will more chance if he comes because your mama could be the NDC is likely to bring a new candidate. How do you see the election 2020 almost just say 8-year cycle also there
8-year cycle I make us in the year 2028. Yes, I'm Pajon Mahama could be regardless of the third testimony idea and what to go money idea. Because they seen clearly Salaji Dr. Bawumia would emerge as a flag bearer for the MPP on Saturday. Here Wasabi Dianim Diako Esa Nedanim in 2028 and win the elections. Oya nebi more permutation. If Mahama lost by 1 million votes, it took him 8 years and son or Oba, and he tells you say if he lost by 1.5 million votes, was 1.2 million votes. It tells you say any now extrapolation because say the person does not really understand the mathematics. of politics. It doesn't work that way. John Mahama, he met a formidable force of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. A sitting president and was near the echo. So it is not equated to say in 2028, and this is for a new candidate. Somebody who will come on the ballot for the first time. That person was formidable. There is none amongst the NDC cohort or formidable like Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. So if it took John Mahama 8 years to come up, it's because he met a formidable person in the person of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, backed by a great person, Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. When Bawumia was working, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, there was no way. Then I asked myself, even if John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency, with all the baggage that he had, and I say that because you and I, when we started talking about the Asoto phones, we are talking about the Ford, we are talking about the government official one, okay, Hope City.
Yeah.
Okay, Hope City. Animals sad money a day. Of all of these things, he's back to the presidency because none in crowd for crying a day and Supano. They formed around him and presented him back to Ghanaians. Somebody who had no clue about how governance actually goes on for the masses to believe, say, and in Daswobi or Dachi. Because they've never had a policy that carries the whole country along. From Jerry John Rawlings to Professor, the good old professor, to John Dramani Mahama, the first time. The second time, Oban was be open Resudient, or cover we have any Ghana Medical Trust Fund, or NHI Mummy, no the fact where you're not so the Diatus Nakasamas me buy, no, me be a one from Mamma Paduduina. On quit me aba. What's a mention? Then you're somebody who has shown clear leadership qualities. Clear leadership qualities. Please. Let us be very clear that 2028 shows clear signs of victory for the NPP with Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia as our leader and flag bearer. It's messy. Those ideas, money, and no money at the end of the day, it doesn't fly anywhere here.
You who said the edisi for baby?
And this one of the neighbor. Onim, messy.
I see, don't get it.
Abaniam Kotono on the 1st of February 2026. The 1st of February 2026. You go to December 7th, 2028. We must bear that in mind, first and foremost. And you know, when we say, oh, and ne, you who near my echo, none will be many abako can was you. No be didn't come on this, maybe didn't come on you. Say, we the same we Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ba. You be force my dollar number 8 cities. Onya Simbianka. Now then they don't even understand what governance is. And if say wait. Any beer, won't see a Simuntini say, your man like Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia D anymore. I think say you should revise your news very well. Because when him Abani and Tono Echina, you better to December 2028, first and foremost. Secondly, and that dollar never from Nimquan and any pass it in Brabo. And then the majority of the people on my Munimunino go out there and see there's stagnation. Yaka stagnation and Yaman Kosuti said he was echo. Because there's any boaba from fair deal and over could be a petrol 10 cedis per liter. A woman near dear. But Minia, Busaho, Nipadu was sent crown era shop mutade. Nipadu was in a Timiton Yamasin on person Sitono. People look at all of these things. And time has a way of telling its own story. We have 2 years, 10 months. And yet, 2 years, 10 months after 31st of January. And then, you must ensure almost once who the mood. They will see clearly that we made a mistake in December 2024 and we are ready to make that amends. So please, the omo be a bekana the allergy kwa the NDC for the baby money adie. Then edu temia when there is a reliance on that same premise, no. Se nipa do won to same premise no money adie so on the other side of it. That amongst the 5, no, say sana person then that same and the Kudena don't want to so can he say he stands the better chance of an improvement in us winning the election than any of the other 4 candidates. Even as at a no, and I say I'm passing a case obenya 48% to say the name Kenya. And no asset in there. Do you know what will happen under 2 years' time? Do you know what will happen under the 2 years, 10 months time? So they say he stands a better and a clear chance for us to win the 2028 elections. And I unequivocal. That is why I believe strongly, very strongly, that aside him being a face that everybody appreciates and understands, no, that for me is even the secondary matter. The first matter is the qualities. Na bosu, ni trimupo, na dwempa, ni suahunu, ni nimdi awurade de ache no, ni nyansa ode adom no, na ho brase, ni buo ni na koma pet ni mu, ene ne dwo. When you want a leader with these qualities. These qualities. They need their boss amongst all the rest, then you take that person. When you obia wunim dia, obia wunyansa, obia wanfama, obia wosum, but dia in an idea so that is the person you would want to lead the country with. And he is in the person of Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
You had 2023 election. When you say 60, this is
63%, yes.
We were here to say, because I dear back when I say, some you flag bearer, also to me carry percentage beer. A man for whom say yes, overwhelmingly. By a choir 50-51, because half of the party in the crown panel.
I believe, say, what can some na and then I delegates no so ehuna OT. And it resonates from 2007. It resonated from 2007. You see, Nyame adomwa adwumaden yaye Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia enama bontoa ene ntiase ni panya ama no no nkunimdie no on Saturday no de Nyame adom ebeba badiaka ene waka no to make sure say party ni na benya santiase no to carry along that victory. Because Abanisana, there's a clear understanding. And when the Padudu ni nyantiase, my nyina rally together very quick and move forward. When was after 2007? His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo prime is bia okoyi bia no. When you less than 80%, to the sense that we can 94%. 94%. Now a dead deep fee so that we all can move forward. That is what I'm urging in Union Marker. The victory of Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud and the NPP come on Saturday, you know, clear. But let us go out there. Now to increase the vote to almost about 85-90%. So that from day one, there will be no need for say this for no and this for to about John Dramani Mahama Unko Onya 10,000 no votes. So Bekaya. Ono kwa ko gina
yes or no.
Onya 10,000 no votes. Eno kra no na ye very critical ma yen ya de ka asem. Wa party na onkwa wu gina mpo no na mu 10,000 people eso mo mpese obedi animu. Onse ye kra de ka asem. So it shows clearly say yes. A win is a win. No problem about that. But a win that is so convincing, which I believe is come 31st January. AMM in my large binyan is what we are looking out for. And I believe say and to abaya bon and komudia yedi and wofama yinu hunu and in tiasia wone nyano about resonating on Saturday that Alhaji would get at least. That is my prayer. That the victory would escalate to about 80-85%. So that it becomes so clear. Ni anamuntuna starting time. And nobody sana ye benya botre ni henuanum no ewo NDC amamu no obuo na niema nkoye na niema agensemu no ye di ho nkomontem. Because we will not waste any time coming back and one ko onya sembi oba beka. Because I feel one oba be start one day oba start another funka games. Yes, they are coming to start another funka games. Sorry, I say we will not be interested in their funka games. We will be interested in how governance of this country and the welfare of the people in this country are going. Anyhow, to present our candidate to them, which they already believe in him. In Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Tisinia, and 1 year nature. Let me to say, party ma, and we would increase that vote to about 80% for Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
Who say, Penifo Habat sono, or my BBI Mubuda, Fanam the setters come for. HSA, I see you more free near the day proxy voting. You know what is happening?
Bakupeni be American was proxy voting. And they are matters. They are still discussing proxy voting. They are my baby. And as a person, as a person, I must say many who see free mu. Because even in national elections, proxy vote. National elections. And if I can ask me, no or one crabata a woman. So that's it. And I said, me will be an to crime woman on it. Ebia ene kra me wo ya na na awotwe mienu bia nketwa mu no ho betimi adodo me ajima to hospital. So I will decide say me am ntimi nkoto aba no. Enti ene ma menyi me am senior a oto aba ni bi na me mfa ma wo na wo kwa wato me dia ama me. I don't believe say itia mre bia. It is a normal practice in every election. But the decision has been made say be here film. I believe say maybe, and I use maybe for a good reason. But I believe say we could have even bit me at Tennessee at the home command question because you know no man on any IT. Assuming say we would want them to contribute. Say we can give them account numbers to contribute to them. Without them coming directly to come and pay to the treasurer at the National Party head office. Say a proxy sending. And I'm a boy. And a proxy. If the person is not in fiscal attendance, no what me deliver any goods or services via the Mawa. You can take that also as proxy. So why can't that person decide on who to vote for? And also in terms of proxy. So I believe say we've already taken that decision, But however, in any subsequent election, the measures able to be able to put it in place. We just have to put the right measures in place so that Ubia will take part in such an election. Because it's an election that we are using to determine Nipa obedience in So they say, and across the world, we would want to have branches all over the world, even in Greenland and in Iceland.
Okay.
And taking a decision of fixing a date, you probably cannot consult everybody, but you put it at a date. By the time the person should be able to make a decision of a choice through somebody. Because in life, any idea you did you be a power of attorney. And I'm a boy. You would be a power of attorney. Some made me to me and my minia way say, on your said you may dear way and mammy. Said you will be cruel in some or create here. None a japadi or one can you cook once a month. Your friend be letters of administration early. Your coye, Eddie Nipano japadi and show beans as one the unfinished channels. So we can always take decisions through other people, and that is what proxy means. And for me, in that decision, Eddie, I believe that we could have done it far better. Baby, my yam will be a coach, but the we. But you to me say yes. There are decisions that the party is still taking. I know saying the party in the parliamentary presidential primaries committee would make their final decisions on some of those matters. So those ones, right, we leave to them for them to do.
I was a very honorable Kwasi Konadu, member of parliament, ship the name of Manhyia North, and I didn't come team Bawumia. Honorable, more next hurdle, more say ni pen no sign peace pact. Why fall out at us still be at so. I don't know can say Ubie no so snap party no. You know secretary so can say no individual. Unkwa ija was a kwa to me in winning. Misema put mechanisms in place. Yeah, after the primaries no. Ubenya that United Front.
Oh, we would. And I mean, for me, once the peace pact has been signed, I believe that whatever you may have heard, whatever may have been written somewhere money at the end of the day, once the peace pact has been signed, I believe that Obiano or Kamubiano should be committed to it. And not Omwa Omudu Monsa is season and kwa. And your Monkwa. And you will be Piaranua or Do or Tima Edima MPP Amanyukuno. Now would you to say a Yukua or Dom? May you quit bit me up Wajigana my SEO or Quine Passo. Nadia free Akoyanim. You should be committed to the peace pact. Pennyphone and the honor do Anzakusisu. When I want day on a chitafo, it is a two party, Mudimus, a party no hondo, etiemua. I believe a party no double and pennyphone BBM. So once it is signed, me, I'm committed that whoever emerges as the flag bearer of our party, I'll be committed to that person's campaign. Because the party would have to win the next election, and the party is going to win the next election.
Okay.
a King Solomon tenasino. As a mammy in Nubi, a bananim, Nabaku bewu, and a baku dear muye. Dear Neber wuno, or this will be until I say in chimney and Fafam will be a ruby uncle. Nepina, Baba Kuna no Jitum say, Abofray me back. Ye piney more woo, the summon for Subium, or so any famano. My uncle won't kunyini, Obasum will be biara. And it will be piana says soon be to said your cassie bichimuno, any pay huno. Yatibi a hunubi. A BPA over one of these. I've watched one of these videos. No banana or your queen, a queen. And a obani bear ma muja wari. And a bear man person was jig neba bear man in the conward no quayejuma or a bandana crown for almost 7 years. To banana craned in Fibedu. And no bandana crana mamina crana ma craned in Fidu. To a banner for a so bed general no quayejuma. And a mamma is on penny. And fanning your day and fanning co. And where not Johnny say, and yes, I did because I could pay my meaning. A couple of pounds of persuade Nico on a banner no money a day. Or he might ask more kind and say, okay, says idea. Why not say no better about Fran? Papa is any tono. Also, nobody in my miensa. Also, Oberton, Mammas or Hinnemans or Berman in 9 million and what job for Papa and Sammy Meditum. Yes. I want to catch a man is a funny co. Only a dream pa. I don't believe, say, there will be anybody in our party after January 31st. Sabi. Obena Jane say, a mammy, you know, copy Solomon, and Nimuno do a cassie be tremono, a soon be benimo. A banisa will take the wise decision that Solomon took. And says, a mammy win a walk or down one dream pania badaye. Yenton Conoso. Sanya the queen also took, say, o akran wa dwempa ka won kasem odubeton na gi nwan miensa to odem be mama me no why den wa ha bofana mu and he banished be mani free crew ni mu say e banisa na obetimi ni suni bia wura ni pemu amoni. I don't believe say after the peace pact no anything bad would happen. Every single one of the 5 will be committed to the party and the party's progress. That is what I see. And we the followers yenwa yakai wo party ni mu no Yena wojidi wo every single individual. You must have the same trust and believe in any of them.
Me ne penny ba ko din ko no usa say it will be a say more mobile phone. Na apart from party mano, busa Ghana for no say why did ne ba mo peno. Mo yes ejuma be pay.
Yes ejuma ni nyina mercy. Yes ejuma ni nyina mercy. We've worked and listened to people and no money ade. Yeni ni paid in komo. And no money at the answer that we take some of these decisions that we take. And secondly, as a Makwamidi kind, we see a bit member say, as a party, we can even make a decision. Say, if we a party in Munina, a fee, you know, of our peer, could you name say, you're frank to me? We must believe and trust in you. Go out there and tell the people who you are. It is not only always about even elections in Kwan, it brings about the best person that can lead or will be acceptable by people. I mean, Kasim, Opa Magana men na be a wonkase, Minia Bemo Timisa Bunkumzuni and Fanema. Now, our war party ni more than panic only Mujidia. Do you still think and believe? Say, my money na Abedinedi. And that is how courtesy begins at home. When we start trusting ourselves at home, believing in ourselves, signing yenuanom wa abontene. And I'll keep saying, Unya auniti fie, ewo fie, emre yenenya wa hoden. So if you go out there wanting to destroy somebody before say ye behun se wunia, please, that is not your strength. And unya wa hoden. Eye abusuamu ni nyina anyone na enekwa wonyi wo ho nsi ho e wa kandie mu no e na wo bre o mase. Because you know the reference will shall forever be made of that same person in your party. Da bia da nkwa ma bia no ye beka sa nipa no wasem wo party ni mo dia kire esu ni ban na wo nipa bi mu a ye ka fa bi mo ho. And now onim o zaman for so ani e ka you see the rocha pen so pa anameboa people keep saying. So assume me say kan pen na bibi wo ho bia ka enya yi a so me say ka ye ka e defy ho. So onua mra ye se impo owo bia enya wo ho oden Pe abrantie bi no ne no fa ho. Eti kroma. Na ba ko so ti ama no ne no Canada. Ana fie panyini oba panyini wuye. Oba ye no sa ko 15 years echi no ma. Na fie ni titire ni nyina wuye. Na afi de oba ye na akase bi ye busua panyini. De o ase no on ehwe busua no so obi ko ayi obi anya asem ne ade a hwanu afa ne ntuma gu no kon no do afo cheche bi ase ebe frɛ na mo aba o frɛ na no pa wia na osumu obeba ye ni na wie ye no afi ye be pa busua panyin no abrantie no fa ase ba ko na waka no ache so no oye yi wa ha no hwɛ no fa ba ko na mu a so fa nsɛm pa ase ne si aye ni cheche because you ba ne no fra bro chire body adodo de kakra bai shoe ba ko bia na wa se ni mi no de brand mo hye so the socks can on the trousers can na ni agia bro so senese ne na one ni wo fa no do kokofo cheche bia se na etie na nsem cheche nsem bebre na de abusia panyin no e ma de fi Canada bai no oje na otwe miensa na adwuma se efre no oye adwuma Canadian Post na tipa okoye na branch na fe wanya no ho kani na okwa akosra no se kromos ni panyin na ho no mudu fie no aye ma o makunya no se odi kan chiachi na woko ne man di animu mu ni ade ofa no obegina nkasa abo ne kente fufu mu odi akire no otene ne nsa na abusua no obi atwe ne nsa kwa akire na branch na ehwe ewie na so opre abusuafo na omukogya ware no muzase na wo fa obegya ware no mu ni ade no se na ne nsam denden sa na enchia no enya mo ne nati e na mu nsa ne nsam wode wasema na wo ka na yi na se no dana na ebu akonta no omotie sani awusi to wo fa ne ho no omotie ne nsam asi cheche ne ntina papa ni ade a wo ka fa no na no omotie wato ne ho awie wo expect sa fa wona eni wanim enti obi mreye no enya wanwoden especially when the person is part of you se impo owo bia enya wo na to na bontene so that's it. So that is what I've always told people. We must be cautious. So all the things that we are doing today, and then now what we are kaya no, yanhwe ya no kasa kra yi.
Okay.
And somewhere beka fa yan ho yan ho.
That will be amfan to.
That will be amfan to amfan sem. So just say that will be amfan to an kasem. Techrema pro. Techrema empro. Okay. Na mi sha na mfisa ne color ni ntia on say techrema texture no different from ni na. Say techrema pro na mfisa no ntia o.
That's a literal.
Oh yes. But me na mu say o. Nsɛm a yɛka no ɛbɛda hɔ da nkwa ama na anya hwɛsodi a ɛbɛyɛ brakwan mu adeɛ yɛ den ɛde ama ɛbɛsi yɛ kwan wɔ nneɛma bebree ɛbɛtumi den ɛntɛmɛsɛ we must be cautious what we say about our leaders and even ourselves ɛnɛ one way agro a yɛdi ɛwɔ yɛ party mu ntino etitafo ne etitafo bi kɔ ɔmo yɛ yɔnkɔnkɔ na ɔmo ntonsa ni de ɛfa so bɛn na wɔ so. We must be bold enough to accommodate ourselves within.
Okay.
Yenya kukodu for se benye ho ntiase ewo ye ho wo fie ne pia bontene ya ho de adaadi ene enkabo mu aya dansidi ama afoforo. And that is all that I would want to tell.
Right.
Yemianu mu nyina.
Aleche era say final words. Na ebe share bi wana bi after Saturday ne new dim ko say.
Aleche. Meda wase. Na me final words ne say. Message me nuanu mu nyina. Senya me ya domo na wotwe aka yenimu yi na wotwe a ye de boaboa ye ho na ye de akoto aba ye de yi ye kan before de be call the year 2028 general elections mo ya de sene ento abo a ya bo ye nkomodi a ye die nyina esre se Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ono ene bremu mprempren a ye wo mu yi no besa boa ye afata si yɛde awure besa hye ne mu biem ne yɛbɛpia bontena kɔto abade ama no ama bɛyɛ franka tuni de ama yɛn ɛde akɔ ɛsɛ da yɛnim the year 2028 mu na atimi aboa yɛn ama nkonimdi a ɛwɔ hɔ ma yɛn no atimi aba mu ɛwɔ ntɛm kwan so tmɛsɛ yɛnya yɛn ho ɔdɔ ne ntiaseɛ na nneɛma ne bia yɛka ɛnsɛm fata no nipa no wɔka saa no tunigu edu brain mu a ne yehu nipa nkyerɛkyerɛ mu ne mpapa mu fatia fata nkroma yasa ne yeka o kente nyina so no Egyptian ni no free Egypt Cairo ne fa no African Union ti Kwame Nkrumah ko Egypt ko ware obad ne betena Ghana ma ye kente wa santima mu de to no a edie ba ebiem eni ntimi fo do ne nka bom ne kro ye enhu obi akoko duro ne gidie ne nyansa na botre enne ntiase ne ni suade hunu a owo a beboa party no no man Ghana e wala ji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia mfama no na me jitum se nkoma ye di chese ye de be ma no o me mpia bonten ne na odo adi yenda odo adi emfa nkyere ye ho na nyame adma memenda adwuada bi sei no yesa betena ha no pa no nwotwe a ne eda Ghana man ne MPP amanyokuo nyina ase e wo gidi anam ntu a e de akoto aba e de Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia number 3 e de ama MPP yakopo so bibia
inshallah kada che da se ma enye birthday si nwie na enya kwan ke ye in fa birthday sin so time no
kada che kasa
ai
kasa right